Good Wednesday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about my cars and trucks and SUVs and motorcycles and dogs and lawnmowers. Wow, look at the grass. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to my channel, and appreciate the support out there. And if you're a first-time viewer, appreciate you tuning in to hear me talk this morning and talk about things on a daily basis that maybe we all can kind of relate with each other and kind of let our frustration kind of be spoken about, what's going on, or our excitement in life, or whatever it may be. I just like to talk. Have you noticed? Hey, here, talk about the grass. The grass. It's just out of control because I was gone. I lost time to cut grass because I was somewhere else having a lot of fun. The consequences of having fun, right? So come on, puppies. The birds have totally laid off crapping all over the cars. Excuse the language, but that's a good thing. The birds have calmed down. So there's not bird doo-doo on all my cars every day I get out of my bed. Come on, pups. Come on, Will. It's always about Will. It's always about Will. Hey, Will. You're going to make me lose time, buddy. Will. These guys were just out. I mean, this is what's so funny. 15 minutes ago, these dogs were running around the property, doing their business, doing their thing. Still not good enough. You're making me... I'm about to make up lost time. Yeah. Drove the power boost yesterday. You know, well, let's go. It's a great truck. That electric hybrid setup, gas hybrid setup, oh my gosh. That thing is so torquey. It really is. I mean, that truck is just so powerful. It's just incredible. It just flies down the road. All right, dogs, let's get in the garage. Yeah, the word lost, losing, and I thought to myself, let's have the lost conversation. It's all sincereness. Have I talked about it before? Thought I did, but you know what? I'll have a different angle. If I did talk about it, for those that are new to my channel, it'd be like, I don't know, never heard the lost conversation. But anyways, yeah, the cars lose. What's missing? The gold rush. Yeah, well, that's down in Tennessee now. So that vehicle, one less vehicle in the garage to free up a spot for the race truck. And come on, pups. Let's go. Get in. All right. The videos are a little longer up here because I share my walk over to my barn. So that adds a good 3 to 5 minutes to the video. But I guess if you don't like to watch that part, just skip through all this. Then we get to the morning conversation of lost. Are we all lost? Were you lost when you found my channel? Yeah. And, oh my goodness, back to the... Yeah, so anyways, the lost conversations. I thought to myself this morning, here's something. A set of keys to some GT500s. Yeah, the transporter guy, take those set of keys when I got my GT500s down there in Tennessee. If you watch my channel, you know about me parting my GT500s, and for a reason, all the keys were in the same box for the cars. Well, I didn't grab them, so the dealer thought that I lost the keys. I mean, here's the thing. Who has not lost a set of keys to their car? In all the years that I've owned cars, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably wrong, but I don't think I've ever lost a set of keys. I don't think I have. I mean, some people are like, no way. Maybe I lost one set. I don't know. Because you go to the dealer, that's kind of a negative takeaway in the sale of your car. You know, they got to deduct that monies. That's a $300 potential or more, depending on what brand card is. I got my glasses on from yesterday. How about that? I lost that sense of feeling in my head, right? I'm getting the morning news going. So, yeah, so who here hasn't lost a set of keys to their car? Is that the worst? I mean, and that's the thing. When you lose something, isn't that such an empty feeling? Especially as who hasn't lost their cell phone? I mean, come on. Who has not displaced? And I mean, I've witnessed it so many times. And yeah, I mean, have I actually officially lost my cell phone? No. Have I misplaced it somewhere? Yes. I mean, who hasn't done that? Then you have find your iPhone. If you have another, if you have a family like I do, then the next, the next person's phone will have find your Apple phone or your AirTag or whatever it may be. But I mean, come on, anybody out there that's has a phone and you lose your phone. I mean, you've seen the people's. I mean, it's a totally like empty. It's just an empty feeling. It's like you're a loser or something like that. I mean, just like your car keys. When you lose your car keys, do you borderline go into panic mode? And that's just pretty cool about those Indian motorcycles. Once you think about it, I'm surprised. I mean, and in so many ways, I think the Ford pass key with your cell phone kind of does the same thing that Indian does. So apparently, I've never set it up, but I'm pretty sure on the Ford Pass, you can set up your phone to be the key to your car. And I've never taken time to do that, but there's a way for you to have the backup. If you lose your key, your cell phone is the key to your car. And I think that trend's going to grow. But prior to all that, yeah, right, you lose your key and you were calling a locksmith in the middle of a parking lot or to your house or whatever. But those Indian motorcycles, it's pretty cool. And Harley has it as well. But to me, it's a little more complicated. But the Indians, with that ride command screen, as long as you have the higher end motorcycle, the ride command screen, and I guess the newer little round, like on that Indian Super Chief, I would guess that has the same capability. What I mean by that is you have a keypad that pops up, and you can enter your personal 4-digit or 6-digit, whatever number keypad you want to make it, and you don't need your motorcycle key to be with you to start the motorcycle. So worst case scenario, if you lose your key, or if the key fob battery goes dead, and you still have access to get on your motorcycle and start it up. Harley has the same thing, but oh my gosh, you have to use the blinkers. You have to go through blinker. It's like using your remote control to enter passwords on your TV, where you got to go through all these different functions to get to that capability and scroll up and scroll down. I mean, it's the worst. So for Indian, but here's the thing: you think about manufacturers. I'm surprised the manufacturers haven't made on these big infotainment centers a keypad in the car that you get in the car, because like in Ford, it has a remote keypad where you can get into the car, or a lot of these cars have your app where you can remotely unlock it or start it. I mean, that's just incredible. So that for the lost key today, more than ever, there's so many things supporting that you lose the key to enable you to still have access to your vehicle. And like houses, who here doesn't have a keypad for their house? I mean, that's what I have. It's so much easier to get in our house where you have a keypad. Don't have to have a key to sit there and put it in the lock and turn it and get in the house. It has a backup key, but the keypad gives you an option to just enter your keypad and electronically lets you open the door. They even have keypads out there for these homes where you can use your fingerprint. And they even have keypads to homes, I'm sure people know this. You can remotely unlock your home or whatever. Yeah, so the whole point is when you lose something, it just seems to really hit the nerve where you really kind of like just revs up the aggravation and just a empty feeling because you've lost something. You've separated yourself from something that you no longer have. And I mean, who hasn't lost a dog? I mean, oh my gosh, years ago, you see these Wheaton Terriers, the one male dog. I mean, he literally got off the property and he was gone for hours at a time. I truly thought, this had probably been like 3 or 4 years ago, that male, bigger Wheaton Terrier, Scout, that's his name, I truly thought I lost him. I truly thought that dog had wandered off. And I don't think at that time, I don't know if we chipped him or not. I think we did we've got a chip in him. So I guess in some aspects we could find him. But at the same time, it was just such a disheartening feeling because I take pride in taking care of my dogs. And for him to have gotten off the property, I just felt that I failed, and he was gone. And somebody would maybe take him, or he got injured. I mean, it's just you know how it is. Maybe he has an animal, a cat, a dog, whatever it may be, and you've separated from an animal, and then as time progresses, your heart just starts to sink that you as an owner have failed. And who hasn't gone out to the shopping center and you're just having one of those days where your mind just isn't here because you have so many things going on that are distraughting you throughout the day, and you park your car and you go in the shopping center. I mean, who hasn't witnessed this with, sadly, hey, old people, I'm catching up with you. So, but who hasn't, witnessed an older person that's gone in and you see them out in the parking lot, they're walking around, and you can just kind of tell they're befuddled, and you really kind of know they can't remember they parked their car. Yeah, and who hasn't gone to the big, baseball game or the football game or the races or whatever it may be in a huge parking lot, and who hasn't taken a picture of the aisle, the number that you're in? I mean, you're foolish if you don't, because you get so turned around those big events. But who hasn't had that happen to them where you can't find your car? You've literally lost your car, and you even push the emergency or the horn button for your panic button, and you're just so far away from it, it's still not, picking up that signal. Yeah, how do you feel when that's going on, right? Or have you ever walked out and the way your car's parked, and somebody else has now pulled their vehicle up in a certain way, you can't see your car, and you think it's been stolen? I mean, who hasn't had that lost feeling? I mean, I have. I just had it the other day. We went boating down there in Tennessee, where we parked the Indian motorcycles up top of the marina there in the parking lot, and a truck and a trailer guy had pulled up just perfectly to block our bikes. I mean, and while I was walking along, I couldn't see the motorcycles, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, the motorcycles have been stolen. They're gone." And so, yeah, I'm sure anybody here that's owns their pride and joy, and what's a big concern for many people. They're really high line, nice cars, a Dodge Challenger. Like for my daughter, I've preached from day one, when you drive around these Dodge Challengers, especially the wide body packages, doesn't have to be the Hellcat, be the Scat Pack package or whatever, really. And the Challenger, don't get me wrong, the narrow body, but the wide body seems to attract a lot of attention. And you park those things in a regular place, public place enough, that vehicle will be lost. It'll be, it happened to me with my Dodge Charger Hellcat that I traded in at Kuhn's Baltimore Ford. That car was lost. It was stolen. So there's just certain, sitting down. So sitting down and me talking definitely changes the environment. Standing up and walking around is like so much better than sitting down and talking. That's why you have podiums. Typically, you have a public speaker. They stand up. To sit down, it compresses your body. It doesn't give you that better speaking capability. That's why you see people stand up that do very long, sermons, and any time you have somebody that has lengthy conversations, sitting down, to me, it just isn't as comfortable. It's not for the way the GERD situation. Anybody out there is young, you better look up GERD. Because, man, if you get acid reflux, you're in for a rough life. Ask me how I know. If you have acid reflux, you better get a handle on it. So just another morning conversation of stupid ass GERD. So, anyways, yeah, the lost feeling, right? So for us in the car industry, what's going on more than ever? We're losing the ice age momentum more so than ever in our lifetime. Yeah, the momentum of the EV age is growing by leaps and bounds. And so for us, we're going to have, as time progresses, that lost feeling of ice age, internal combustion engine, because they're going to be taken away from us. We're going to lose. I mean, I think for some reason, I don't think a lot of people are really really attuned to that by 2035, the odds are in this country, and I know, I get it, there's definitely legislature and there's different people that come in power that can definitely push this out further. But the goal beyond goal of the green agenda is 2035 is really the end of the ice age manufacturing. And once again, I know there's a very good chance that it'll be extended to 2040, 2050. Who really knows? It's still early, but here's the thing. The automotive manufacturers, they are already in the mode of losing the ice age dominance of their products as time progresses. They're already planning to no longer build ICE engines. So without even the agendas and legislature, the automotive industry, for the most part, they're already on the page. Yeah, we're going to pretty much have our fleet of vehicles be all EV vehicles by X amount of date. So for us ICE age people, we're going to lose the capability to buy a ICE new, not talking about used, new. And then in California, they're talking in 2035 that you can't buy a diesel vehicle, period, new. And so all the manufacturing, they're going to have to start just assuming that these strict guidelines is going to force them to lose the capability to make ICE vehicles. So, and what to me, more than ever, I just myself, people are so lost. It's incredible how we have yet so much technology in front of us, but yet so many people are lost of what is going on around them. And these people vote people in power that are going to totally take away so many things that they had, and they're going to be lost. I mean, more than ever. I think what's really interesting is Sam Altman is going down to the government, goes to the Senate, Congress, and last week he's telling everybody this Chat GPT, this generative pre-trained transformer technology, OpenAI. He's the CEO of OpenAI, who is backed by Bill Gates by the billions of dollars, and he's telling these borderline incompetent senators and congressmen that are by no means computer wizard literate individuals on how this OpenAI is going to be an incredibly dangerous thing, and that the government needs to get their act together to manage it. And I'm just thinking, this guy's lost. This guy's Sam Altman. You're lost, dude. You're a 38-year-old young kid, and you're going to, I guess it'd be like you taking your high-performance dragster car to your local independent workshop to work on it that's never even seen or worked on a freaking dragster. And they're going to figure out how to make the thing work right and make it go to the track. I mean, this is the incompetence that we're dealing with today of people like Sam Altman that's reaching out to the federal government to manage the problem he's creating for artificial intelligence to think they're going to be able to manage it. Oh my gosh. You know, to me, I would just love to have this guy sitting in front of me and going, do you understand that you're the guy that's the money monger guy that's making billions of dollars, and you're being enriched by Bill Gates, who wants to dominate this product and every product he has and technology, and you see clearly what's going to come from this technology. Yeah, it's going to be called lost jobs, lost lives. The list goes on and on and on with this artificial intelligence to do. I mean, that's what Sam Altman's telling these people down here at the Senate committee hearing, is that there's going to be literally jobs. People are going to lose their jobs. And it's already happening. That's a fact. Major corporations are eliminating positions because of this artificial intelligence. They're just starting to cut out all the middlemen, and they're downsizing their workforce because they know this artificial intelligence is going to clean house on the minuscule jobs that'll turn into even a little bit more elaborate jobs. And Sam Altman is point blank raising his hand as many other companies raise their hand and saying, yeah, right. And what this leads into, though, is this artificial intelligence that's overtaking the computing. It's also in the manufacturing. It goes into the car sector, to the EV age, which I talk about this numerous times, that the EV vehicles are self-autonomous driving vehicles. That's the goal. Elon Musk yesterday at his big Tesla annual meeting event is bragging about how the next big thing for Tesla is they're going to open the door wide open to the autonomous driving capability. That's the next big release for Tesla, because they're not really bringing any per se brand new redesigned Tesla cars. His position is we're going to have the technology. Who cares if the car looks the same? You're going to have the technologies and outdo everybody else. And so for the people who are lost in their world today, you have the unions. I mean, it's been unbelievable. You have the UAW, you have the iron workers, you have the coal miners, union. Do you know who these guys voted for and brought into office in 2020? They have voted for Joe Biden Joe Biden told everybody he is going to destroy the fossil fuel energy industry. He is going to obliterate it. He's going to rewrite the whole energy sector. And these morons, hey, any UAW guy, you're a moron. Hey, any iron worker guy, you're a moron. Hey, coal miner guy, you're a moron. Your unions support the green agenda that's going to eliminate all your jobs. Hello? Oh my gosh. I mean, just to me, you're lost. Your union leaders are lost. They must be smoking pot. They're smoking pot. No doubt in my mind. These are druggies because they're high profile people. They collect big monies and they live these lavish lifestyles. And you can't touch me because I have money. And you support these leaders that are totally eliminating your future career. You're talking a 10-year, not even 10 years. You're talking about the major infrastructure of automotive manufacturing is radically going to change within the next 5 to 10 years. It's already happening. The Inflation Reduction Act, aka New Green Deal Act, is going to enrich everybody that builds electric vehicle battery factories and manufacturing facilities. It's going to rewrite the whole union's capability to have control of their making cars. They're not. They're not going to have it. And the whole robotic and AI is going to overtake this whole industry. And then the coal mining, the coal burning plants, they're going to all be shut down within X amount of time. So where's the coal going? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So these people are lost leaders. This is a fact. Look it up. 2020, all these unions voted in the green agenda radical movement people. Does anybody forget Joe Biden? I mean, for me, who gives two rats ass about Joe Biden? It isn't Joe Biden. It's the people that are behind him, that they have a program in place to change things. He's just a messenger. That's all he is. Borderline at that. So it's all about the people that support the green agenda, all the big business, all the agendas tied into political behaviors and lost votes from other people that voted for them has created the lost age, the lost ice age. Ice age, to me, I named this channel Ice Age because it stands for Internal Combustion Engine Age. But it really is about how we're going to witness the Ice Age. We're going to be the forgotten ones. It's going to be kaput, done, over. That's why I named my channel Ice Age TV. I think some people are like, no, he's just riding off Ice Age, the movie. Nope. No, that's not and I'll tell you for the record, this channel hasn't grown by any leaps and bounds. For me thinking that's going to be the reason it grows. My channel's not that big. It's 3 years old. And if I was riding off of the Ice Age movie, I'd have millions of subscribers. I would have, it would be, yeah, right. No, Ice Age is for Internal Combustion Engine Age, which I know is going to be like the Ice Age. The dinosaurs, hello. Yeah, that's where it's all going. From the lost ones that are leading the way. Wow. Oh my gosh, beyond unbelievable. of what we're witnessing. I mean, and think this through. Right now, I mean, just since 2020, I mean, have we witnessed the loss of lives? We witnessed the loss of lives from a pandemic. We're witnessing loss of lives from Ukrainian-Russia war. We're witnessing loss of lives from fentanyl drug use through the roof. We're witnessing loss of lives in inner cities from lawless cities. We're looking at loss of business from retailers being just devastated from lawless oversight of persecuting people from stealing. We're looking at loss of commercial buildings. Have you read about how the commercial buildings have lost their values? Oh, it's huge. There's buildings that were worth $300 million 5 years ago, worth $80 million now. Right now it's happening. There's landlords dumping properties, commercial properties left and right, because they've lost the work environment in these cities, because people haven't per se lost their jobs. People no longer drive to work. They work remotely. So the commercial building industry has lost their customer base of workers that no longer drive to work. So it's huge. As we're speaking, it's just starting to play out right now. A lot of things right now are just now really starting to play out from the pandemic change of lifestyle that we've witnessed in front of us. I mean, you just go through what have you lost the value of your money? Have you lost your stock market portfolio? I mean, sincerely, have you lost your buying power? I mean, wow. It's just, and how many of you have lost their jobs? I mean, right now, they're saying that the white-collar workforce is actually the workforce that's getting decimated compared to 2008 and 9's recession and setback in the country and economy. They're saying right now, the hot market is blue-collar. It's the service sector market that you want to be employed in. You don't want to be employed in the white-collar job market because the corporations are laying people off left and right. It's massive. And there's a lot of reasoning for that, which goes in a lot more depth. But the whole point is loss of jobs, right? I just read yesterday that Home Depot has lost a ton of its business. It's looking at 2009 forecast, meaning that the homeowners have pulled back, the contractors have pulled back. So now for the Lowe's and Home Depot, the whole businesses that were the on fire businesses, they've lost their customer base. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So we are right now living in a country and to a degree in the world where the dominant word is lost. And if you're like for me, I've coached youth girls basketball. I played sports growing up. And who doesn't just feel lousy when you lose? I mean, sincerely, anybody out there that's competitive, or you could be in the market for a job and you lost that position that maybe you thought you'd be promoted to. You lost the race at the racetrack this past weekend. We thought your car was a better car. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But how do you feel? How do you feel when you've lost something? I mean, especially a loved one. If you have a loved one and you've lost someone, I mean, come on. That's the most powerful thing in the world when you lose somebody that you love dearly and you lose them. Oh, my gosh. I mean, that overtakes any emotion of losing a car race, losing a basketball game as a coach, losing your job. That's a little more vague there. But when you lose somebody, because you can only hope they get the job back. You can't bring back a person that you lose. So what about a dog? Or a cat? I mean, isn't that the worst feeling in the world? Or a horse? Yeah, I mean, I've been through this. It's the worst when you lose somebody. But yet today, more than ever, the narrative that we're living in is lost. Yes, we're losing things. There's so many agendas that are in place right now for you're going to lose your identity. Yeah, who hasn't had their identity stolen, right? Yeah. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So it seems like the foundation of where we are today is you lose. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose your natural gas stove. You're going to lose your natural gas heating or oil heating. I mean, you can just start going through the list of all the agendas of what's going on for the green agenda, that is the ESG, economic, social, and governance, is all tied into one, that you're losing. I mean, wow. I could go on and on and on. I'm not. That's it. 30-minute mark. I think I've done all right, considering I didn't cough and hack that much. Thank God. I just sit here behind the screen. So and I drink my new French roast coffee, which is pretty potent, but I'm making it all work. And I really have gotten over a really bad cough. I really think I had a bacteria infection like my daughter had. Man, I think I was just really, really sick here for a few weeks. My kid's finally better, and thank God. So anyways, all right, everybody. Hey, hope I didn't lose any time for you watching this video, because you get comments like that in some of these short videos or whatever. Some of you will make a comment like, man, that was a loss of time. It's like, okay, well, like you haven't done something else in your life to lose time? Yeah, you've been stuck in traffic before? Yeah. Have you missed a plane before? Have you been waiting for the girlfriend or wife to come out after you're planning to go somewhere and they're getting ready? Do you know these conversations? Yeah, right. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching my channel. Appreciate all the support. Hey, share the channel with others if you would. I'd appreciate it. That would be nice. So, anyways, thank you and have a great day. What are we doing next? Oh, jeez. It just doesn't end. Yeah, stay tuned and hey, have a great day. God bless. Stay safe.